excitement around the world that we've been really excited about Alexander Isak potentially becoming a Liverpool player on top of Hugo Ekitike. How is this even happening when you ask of financial fair play? How are Liverpool getting into this one when the P is it PSR consent? I don't know if I said it correctly. Hello, guys. Welcome to the Football Connect LFC. I'm your host, Sam, and we are back again with another one. Today, I have a co-host of mine who's making so much noise down here. So, please, people, bear with me. I have nothing I can do right now. I just have to report with my co-host. But let's get into it. So, there's a lot of for the first time in a long time, we've been waiting for this. Alexander Isak has now publicly come out to Newcastle and said that he wants to leave. So potentially this means that he has actually submitted a transfer request that he wants to move from the club. Did I tell you to click the like button and subscribe? Please do that. It's really important so that I can provide this one. Anyway, let's get into the video. So like I'm saying, Alexander Isak has actually thrown a transfer request. He said he wants to leave Newcastle. He wants to go try and play his game elsewhere. He did not go to the Singapore tour. There is a reason because of the transfer request. Maybe there are things that are happening. The last player that I had that did not go on tour for a reason is actually Federico Chiesa when I'm talking as a Liverpool player, because there is an opportunity of him leaving, and according to what we're being told, Italian clubs are interested. So is this the same thing that we're dealing with Isak? Is it the fact that Newcastle left him because he was going to leave? They said it's a muscle tiredness, and we know that there's nothing like that. He was checked in the scan, came out clean. The player just wants to move, and Newcastle knows it. They're trying to cover and create so many things so that they cover this one properly, but we know for a fact that he wants to leave. So what has been happening and what we've been told is this. Since the Newcastle deal came out, we were told by Fabrizio Romano, Liverpool are working on a deal and they want to go big for Isak, and there's for Isak, big for Isak, and there's open doors to the club. And then Chris Hope DM said that Liverpool are on pause to make a record bid and are on strike and are the strikers of priority, that the strikers priority, meaning Alexander Isak. Then also Ben Jacobs comes out and said that fresh approach from Liverpool is anticipated. Isak's preference is to stay in the Premier League. So he wants to leave Newcastle and stay in. So sorry for that. Let me repeat that. So Ben Jacobs said that a fresh approach from Liverpool is anticipated. Isak's preference is to stay in the Premier League. Then, of course, Matt Sports says that Liverpool are ready with a package of around 130 million pounds for Alexander Isak. Then Ian Doe said like Liverpool are on standby to make a record bid. Then Miss Doyle said that Liverpool are still interested and they have enough financial wage room to add the Swedish to their forward line. Semi Mobile BBC said even after signing Hugo Ekitike, Liverpool are still keen on Alexander Isak. Then Sasha Cavallari said that Isak is giving his priority to Liverpool. Then Graham Billy said that Liverpool are preparing a 150 million pounds to bid for the striker. So all of these things came out from journalists after the issue came out that Isak had asked that he wants to leave Liverpool. So these are literally so many different journalists, from the ones we know and trust in the likes of Tier 1, Fabrizio Romano, and maybe Tier 2, like of the Ben Jacobs, who have now really, in people's eyes, now going to Tier 1, and maybe the Alex Crook and some who comes in. So many people have reported that the only club right now that they can see or they are actually reporting to is Liverpool going all big on Alexander Isak. So the question that comes from people's mind is, how does this work? How do you make Isak while you already signed Hugo Ekitike? What are Liverpool trying to do? How are they going to make this work? So let me give you a scenario of how things are standing, how things are looking like at the moment. First of all, Liverpool has potentially two players in the forward line who could leave this summer. Confirmed it is a matter of time to know when is it going to happen, but it has been confirmed that they want to move, and also clubs are interested in them, in potentially Luis Diaz and Darwin Nunes. Nunes, Napoli was interested in him but decided to walk away, but Saudi clubs are also still looking at him. One of the clubs that Isak was supposed to be reportedly talking to, which Fabrizio Ramon just said no, it's not happening, is also interested in getting Darwin Nunes. On the other side of the coin, when you look at it, Luis Diaz has been working on Barca buying, but now Barca have confirmed that they're automatically out on it. Bayern Munich are preparing for a potential bid which could come out maybe early in the morning tomorrow, or maybe as we go by this week, according to reports that they keep confirming that it's going to come out. Or maybe it has already come out, it's just that we've not been told about it, but that's what's happening. On the other situation now is that that's another way of maybe creating wage spaces for Isak deal to be made proper. Or maybe Liverpool don't even have to sell because they are allowed to spend that much and they still can get the Swedish striker. But there's a problem of the the non-England grown players and the ones that are homegrown and stuff like that. I don't know how that one play works like and that was looking like. So there's still an opportunity that Liverpool need to move players. Of course, Federico Chiesa is one to watch very, very soon after Atlanta are able to seal something with AC Milan on Lookman. They're going to move fully force on Chiesa, and Liverpool are willing to sell the player. So there's a lot of things that is happening, really, people. And at this moment, we don't really know how things are going to stand like. But what we know to be very, very clear is Alexander Isak to Liverpool. It's something that is happening. It's something that we're being told that is being worked on. But also the question is this, and that's why maybe every single time when you listen to journalists like Fabrizio Raman, they keep giving this idea of saying if Newcastle open the door for, because even after all this craziness, Newcastle still have a 3-year deal with Isak. Whether I like it or not, they can still keep him for the next 3 years. And he wants to move. Now that goes with the relationship between the team and the player. Where are they? Are they going to keep a player who's not happy? It looks like Eddie Howe, on the other hand, he already moved and he has shown that he's ready to move on from this. Hence why he sent the player home and he's willing to go with his team with that, actually including Alexander Isak. So that's a clear sign that there is an opportunity that Eddie Howe has accepted that this is happening and they can move on to do something. On the other hand of the story is what's going to happen with the team on the other side. How are they going to get this done? What will Newcastle do? Are they going to maybe go with what the fans are asking them to do, not to sell Isak? So many questions on that. How does that even look like? How do they even set it up like? And how do they even present it to the people outside, to the world? But one thing for sure is that Liverpool are willing to go big on the Isak situation. That has been confirmed. We're being told that the owner of Liverpool is flying to England in the situation of trying to get this deal done. And in getting this deal of this magnitude, what has Liverpool done to Newcastle? And I have to say this, I'm sorry, but I have to say this. What has happened is this: Liverpool has literally done what Chelsea did to Liverpool 2 years back. Where Liverpool and Chelsea were fighting for Moises Caicedo and Romeo Lavia. And Chelsea were like, we are gonna get Moises Caicedo. After getting Moises Caicedo, we're actually gonna go get your like the one you wanted in Romeo Lavia. We'll get them both. What are you going to do about it? That's exactly where things are standing up like. But I don't think that Liverpool wants to perceive themselves in that manner. They want to come in that direction. I think what is just happening is this: the situation at hand is right now is that the player, his head has been turned because of the speculation and things that came out. And according to the rumors we have been told, it's not actually Liverpool, no key Crystal Palace, who took out these rumors to the public. It has actually somebody maybe close to the player, maybe the agent, or maybe a friend of any friend, we never know. But the information was taken out and reporters did the report on it. So now what we're going to wait and see is to see how the situation plays out like. But Alexander Isak has made it clear that he wants to move. He has handed in a transfer request. something we never expected him to do. But I think he's looking at his future. He's 25 right now, and the club that has been asking for him has won the Premier League already without nothing. And there's a potential to even do more. And he knows that he can give the impact and help the team. So it's going to be interesting to see how this one plays out, like people. But at this moment, that's what's happening, and that's what's up. And that's what we're enjoying to talk about. So I want to hear your thoughts in the comment section, wherever you're watching us from. How do you expect this Isak deal to actually play out? How do you see the situation going on from now on going forward? We're going to be here on it, and we're going to be talking about it. But on the other news that I just have to cover before I go, which maybe might potentially help Liverpool or make some things clear on the Isak situation. Ben Jacobs just said that Darwin Núñez remain an option for El Hali. Liverpool value him at around 70 million euro, and the offer they turned down in January from El Nasser. And another, I think it's what is this? I think this is a reporter from Saudi Arabia who has just come out and said Simon Inzaghi has requested that El Hali sign Darwin Núñez. The club are also directly negotiating with the striker, according to what we are being told. So that can also help on the situation of Isak. Liverpool are not actively looking to sell Harvey Elliott, who they value around £50 million, according to James Pierce. It doesn't mean that they're moving, but that's all it's being reported. We have to keep an eye. We have to keep an eye on it and see what happens. On the other news, which is different from James Pierce is talking about Trey Young and Rio Ngaoni, and this is what he had to say. He said Trey Young and Rio have impressed the staff with their attitude, application, as well as their technical abilities. Both appear to have stride to have made the stride physicality in terms of being better able to handle the demand of senior football. So that's what he's telling us. It's a sign that maybe, or should I say it again? It's a sign that maybe these young kids are gonna be actively working with the senior team come this season. So at this moment, people, this is where we are. The Isak news is what's running the show, and also to even make things even interesting. Newcastle are going big for Benjamin Sesko as they are on it and they are prepared to send an offer to the player and present their project. That's according to Fabrizio Ramon as a replacement of um, what's his name, Alexander Isak. That's what we're being told. Now let's see what happens. It's gonna be an interesting time to see where we're going. But as things stands right now, let's see what happens. And like I told you, Lewis Steele has reported that the John W. Henry is flying to Liverpool this afternoon. Why? I don't know, but there is something that is happening. Oh, I hope I've given you everything that you have to be told people, but that's what I can only report on, and let's see what happens in this situation. So do me a favor, click the like button, subscribe to the Connect, and let me know where you're watching us from. And by the way, RIP to Hulk Hogan. Is that how you said? Hulk Hogan. I watched this man growing up, and I still watch some of the things that he did in the wrestling world. So much respect for this man. But anyway, thank you very much for watching. I've been your host, Sam, and I'll see you on another one. We're out. Peace. Subscribe to the Connect.